pick a chord or sound and just fly with me gently. So, it's interesting because when it's a small group like this, it's a very different feeling than when it's small. For those of you that have ever been in front, how many people here have ever been in front of a large audience? And say 500 or more. How about 200 or more? How about 100 or more? How about 50? How about 20 or more? How about 5? So you've all had some experiences about what happens energetically. Adam or the boys up here, myself, will all tell you the same thing. The easiest thing in the world is to sing or to speak to thousands of people. Did you know that? Much easier on us. Do you know why? Anybody know why? The energy that feeds us it lifts us into the realm where we touch the wings and become congruent, and we are now being used. And that is the interesting class today, or any time there is a small group. Are we able to do it anyway? Can we do it with one person? 3 people? 10? I've been a little update. I'm still fighting pneumonia a little bit. Thank you, Lucas. And I'm winning the fight. And it's been going on for quite some time. And what I've noticed is that when I get grateful, when I get super grateful, I get more energy and I feel a lot better. But when I get hung up on the how to, I get drained really quickly. And if I'm around people that are destructive in their language patterns or hurtful in their behaviors, I am deflated as fast as lightning. You know, it's really important that we are around loving people. And if they are not loving, you can love them, I can love them, but we don't have to hang out with them. We can simply love them from afar and wish them well. And that is such an important and understated statement there, is that it is a fact that we begin to take on the energy of the people we hang out the most.
It's true.
Lucky me. So, lucky me. I wanted to share this with you. Vanessa found this for me. Oh well. Okay. Arise, my spirit. Arise and shine. Let thy light illuminate my path, and let thy wisdom direct my way. Compel my will to do thy bidding, and command my soul to look to thee. I will follow. I will follow. I will follow thee. My spirit will learn of thee all that I need to know. I will sit in the silence and I will listen and I will watch and I will see thy light, hear thy voice, and I will follow. I will follow. I will follow and will not depart from thee. For in thee alone is peace. So what does that mean to you? In thee alone humility. And that's the thing about the inner light. The inner light cannot be seen or heard without first having it inside. You cannot see in another that is not in yourself. You would not recognize it. But when some of us who practice to speak to this force, this, I don't have to give it a name, it's just this great energy and spirit that creates all things. That's when I am able to allow it to come through me and use me as a vessel, thank you, of what it is I am being asked to do today. In Science of Mind, it's such a beautiful book, and I'm so excited that the second Thursday in January, we are starting Course in Miracles in Science of Mind. And we're doing the meditation in Science of Mind, Course in Miracles, and we are teaching meditation through Ananda. So it's going to be this powerful class. Also, we're throwing Wayne Dyer in there through the weeks of just giving everybody so many ways to access the infinite and to be filled. He says, constant prayer. Pray without ceasing. This means to always be on the affirmative side of life. Affirmative. What's it mean?
Positive.
Positive. To pray without ceasing is to never, ever doubt. The moment you and I slip into doubt, Earth School kicks in. It can't not. It's simply a reflection of who we are. So when we go into doubt, this great spirit says, okay, let's experience doubt. I love you either way. So let's go hand in hand and experience doubt. Is it very fun to doubt oneself? But see, what the thing is, this great spirit knows, is it's just a game. It's just playing a game. It's an illusion. That it's something we pretend that we're afraid of because we forgot who we are. To pray without ceasing is to doubt and never doubt, but to always trust in the law of good. This inner communion is essential to the soul and neutral to the mind. It is a constant recognition of our relationship to that presence in which we live and move and have our being. Which means take responsibility for the energy that you show up in. If you show up into a group or to a friend and your energy is down, where do you think the people around you's energy is going to go? Down. Unless you are a great master. If you are a great master, you will simply raise the energy. And it will be shifted. Just like that, because we will not tolerate it. Somebody once said that you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. Right? In everything, give thanks. Give thanks. An attitude of gratitude is most solitary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven. How we love to do for those who cooperate with and are grateful for our small endeavors. Gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence and is crowned in heaven with the consciousness of unity.
And not just the good stuff.
All of it.
All of it. Even the dog throw up.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. I can see it live. Thank you, gentlemen. So, what I would like like you to do is I would like you to turn to the person around you, and if it's, three, that's fine. And I would like you all, everybody here, nobody try to run away from this. I'd like you, oh, I see you. I would like you to talk to each other about what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for? Yeah, turn your chair a little bit and let's talk about what are we grateful for? I mean, let's get real. Get real. What are we grateful for? Who are you grateful for? If you claim what you are grateful for, it shall be. It shall be. You guys are done back there talking about what you're grateful for. Raj, don't blame it on Raj.
No, we're grateful for Ryan.
Yeah. Being grateful, if we can't speak about it, which is to pray about it, then the universe withholds it. What are you grateful for? What lessons in life are you grateful for? So let's bring everybody back here and have a group discussion. What is it, somebody, if you're willing, I shared with you that I've been in the battlefield and I'm winning the battle through praying without ceasing and using the tools and using my strength to persevere because I would rather be here with you than home in bed. This is what enlightens me. This is what heals me, is being here. So I'd like to know who here has a painful experience that they'd like to share. And what is it? Painful experience. Okay. And then Vanessa, I got you.
Back in 99, 2000, was involved in a relationship, and it stuff hit the fan and pretty hard, and I guess I use that as an excuse to start doing crystal meth, and
Trying to numb out.
yeah, I just was wanted to run away from the problem. And did that stuff pretty hard, ran pretty hard, staying up for 3, 4 days at a time for 9 months until my mind just couldn't handle it anymore. And I had a nervous breakdown, and I was taken to, this is another thing walking into though, I guess it's really great for you to do this, open up to for you to,
Absolutely.
wow, very powerful. But it's taken to the mental hospital too, had a 72-hour hold on me, and so
What did you learn? First of all, was there light inside the experience?
there was at that time, but I didn't realize it because I was in such a place of just deep, deep darkness, and I didn't see like any light. There was,
As you look back,
yeah.
what was the light?
I think God was giving me sensations, like He wanted to give me these sensations, but I didn't know how to deal with them. Like they were His gift, and it was just, I
That's light.
I watched it,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Loved you through it?
Yeah, big time.
Okay, that's light. And so when we recognize that all the difficult problems is what's part of what's created who we are. You would not be who you are had you not gone through that experience. You'd be somebody else. And a lot of times we see those experiences and we see them as punishment or victim or having to shut down. But really the whole thing is an illusion. Of course, the miracle says the whole thing is an illusion. You know, that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal can exist. Nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. And so when we're out there in all the drama of Earth School, really at any given moment, we could stop the play. I mean, imagine that. Imagine that. You're watching a play, and the actor says, "Stop!" And you were in the audience. Pretty trippy.
Sounds like Samuel Beckett.
And in that moment, when they sort of come through the invisible wall, it's called, they break through, the audience is all of a sudden brought into the experience. Well, doesn't that sound like life? Jeremiah?
Well, I had something I thought might be relevant to share, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
It wasn't a crippling moment in life, but a few months ago I was watching television, and one of my musical heroes was on TV doing his thing. And coincidentally, an acquaintance of mine was also on television that night. And this person that I idolized, this musician that I had idolized for a long time in my life, was basically an a-hole to this person on television that I knew. And I had this really existential crisis for a minute about what is this thing, this TV, what is this idea I had about this person that I elevated.
Right.
Right? I took a human being that was an abstraction to me as a fantastic musician, and I did that thing where you put them on a pedestal and set expectations they could never meet.
Right.
And then when they're human,
The fall is
the fall is, and then I find myself going, well, what did I believe in? If that thing was infallible, and then one day on TV I saw it incredibly fallible. Not only did I see it fallible, I saw the damage that it wrought for months afterwards. And I thought, man, who was stupid?
Yeah.
Me? I don't know.
I think it's just an exercise.
But I've seen the person on the other end of that come through that machine stronger. Yeah?
Yeah.
Healthier?
Yeah.
Better sense? But why that to get to there?
Because that's what it takes to get to there. Because the thing is, some of us who are really hard-headed,
Hey, thank you, Rosemary.
yeah, thank you. Some of us that are very passionate and hard-headed, the universe is talking to us all the time. It's going, okay, here's what you're going to do. I want you to make a left-hand turn. I want you to go up to say yes to this thing that you're going to offer. And we go, what? Never mind. I'm going over and doing this. The universe goes, excuse me, I'm trying to get your attention. I'd like you to make a left instead of a right. And I would like you to go to this particular person who's going to be able to change your mind and your life and take you in a healthy way. I don't know, I don't really want to do that. I'm going to go over here. And then the universe goes, okay.
By the way, there's a marathon on your way to that.
Yeah. By the way, 2-hour drive, it's a 15-minute drive to work. It's like Marianne said, Williamson, she said, she talked about the wrecking ball, and she said, listen, and she talked about her dream, and she said, I had this dream, and this was when Little Unitarian Church on 18th and Arizona and Santa Monica. I lived close by. And I rode my bike with my dog there. And she's a very funny person. And she gets up, she walks fast. And she's this big. And she walks down the aisle. She gets up on the pulpit, which I thought was really interesting. You put me on a pulpit and I run. It feels like they're going to put me in a kennel or something. So she gets on the pulpit, gets all, pushes herself together and says, all right. It happened. And we're all, okay. She says, God has blessed me. We're thinking, okay. She says, last night I had a dream. And in my dream, I could see an aeroplane. You know the kind that fly over the beach? We were in Santa Monica. Fly over the beach with signs on the back. She said, and the aeroplane was flying by. And I was watching the aeroplane and I thought, oh, here it comes. God's gonna give me my kudos finally. It's gonna be right here. Here it comes through. It says, Mary Ann. And she's like, oh, I am enlightened. And then it said, you are not that much. She said the minute that anyone in spirituality, anyone, makes themselves something like this, I don't even have a word for it,
Oh, that definitely.
just, I am this and you are that. That is not my understanding. My understanding is the light is in every single one of us. And that there is nobody that doesn't have it right here and right here, just emanating out. Just to look, as once our eye is open, it is filled with
Right.
And if it's filled with light, and it's big, and it's open, right here, versus this, here, put your hand up. Make that little circle, just a little circle. Okay, I think we're walking through the world like this most of the time. Okay, you got it? All right, now go like this. Open it up as big as you can and cover. Open it up so both eyes are in, and the third eye. What would happen if we were walking through the world like this? So my point is that when we are able, through sensory acuity, to sense and to feel compassion, and the way we do that, first the third eye opens up to the information and asks to be used as a vessel of compassion and willingness and unconditional love. Then there's another vessel here that comes from the heart, right here. And in this area, put your hand right here. See if you can close your eyes so you're not distracted. And push in a little bit. Push into that place. See if you can't feel just the slightest pulse. The slightest pulse. And if not, imagine that area beating love, beating blood through your veins, keeping you going so that you can be the light. And so go ahead and open your eyes. Now what happens if we only open our hearts this much? and we love this much. Well, I'll love you if I love, what are they called? What are, relationships that are, committed relationships. I love committed relationships because every single time just about, very rarely, I share some of the rareness, but most of the time what happens, we meet somebody, we fall in love, everything they do is just incredible. Did you hear that sneeze? Wasn't that just amazing? And did you see the way that she blinked at me? Oh my God, right? And then, all of a sudden it's, oh, and he and she have the same this. I couldn't believe it. He loves what I love, and she loves what she loves, and she loves what he loves. And everybody, oh, this is great. This is exciting. Oh my God, sex 25 times a day. We are together. We are here. We are absolutely in love. And then we move in. We move in because, as I understand spirituality, the reason that God made man and women and loving relationships was not for any other purpose but to teach one another to be more loving. That is the only reason for relationship, is to lift each other up, to hold each other when it's hard, to remind each other that you're beautiful. It's to be there, to circle the wagons when nobody else will. It's that opportunity to say, honey, I love you, but when you speak in that tone of voice, it hurts me. And for the partner to say, I am sorry, I was not aware of that. I will work on that. That is why relationships are meant to be on earth here. It's for those reasons. So that the two, there's a saying, the two that pray together stay together. Well, the two that meditate together stay together too. And so simply by supporting each other, not by running each other and telling each other how to be, because the first minute that once they move in and the woman starts telling the man what to do, and that's immediately the man begins thinking about that other girl he saw the other night. Yeah, just like that. I've been a couples coach for 20 years, and it's what happens. And between the two of them, they completely miss the mark. They completely miss it. The light is in the compassion. The light is loving your lover so much that she can do whatever she wants.
Amen.
Whenever she wants.
Unconditional.
Unconditional. She can go anywhere. She can do anything. She can hang out. She can say, I'm taking off. Whatever it is, I'm just loving her. And say, have a great time. And she does the same for me. There's no, oh, now listen, I have a questionnaire for you. How long are you going to be gone? How much money are you going to spend? Are you going to be sleeping around when you're gone? It's not as necessary. It is beautiful, beautiful faith. Total unconditional love. And that kind of unconditional love stays together till we get old. Because why wouldn't it? I mean, who wouldn't want a relationship like that?
Getting mad's a waste of your time.
Yeah, because the whole point is to be you. It's to be you. So that you can't be duplicated. And the reason I'm in love with you to begin with is because you're you. Not because you're her or him. You. And if I start saying, I want you to be more like him, is a doable thing. 11 years we've gone now. And that's the life we've led for 11 years. If we can do it, anybody can do it. That's what we deserve. So the light within, when it is big and strong, it can heal the body from the inside out. Takes a little bit longer because when we get into physics and we get into the density and the vibration of the body, if you feel your thighs, like feel them, feel how dense they are. So they're dense, aren't they? So, you know when you guys get a pain or an injury, you get, ow, hurts. That didn't just happen. That's something that's been happening for a while. Because of the density of the body, it has to work in there and hurt and hurt. Why? I'm not listening. God saying, go to a physical therapist. All right, I'm going to go party this weekend. Go to a physical therapist. I'm going to go hiking. Go to a physical therapist. I'm going to sit on the couch all weekend. Go to a physical therapist. You see, the light within us can direct our way. And my prayer for you, and I'm going to start it at this end with Janice. And Janice, what is your prayer? What is your prayer for you? Okay, so Reverend Karen, you will say to her, what is your prayer? And you answer her.
What is your prayer?
What you just said.
Peace, joy, and love.
And then you say, your prayer is my prayer now.
Your prayer is
And the way you say it is with compassion. Your prayer is my prayer. Okay? And now you got it. Thank you. Ask her. Okay, let's get this going here. Ask him, what is his prayer?
My prayer is to have ultimate trust in the divine.
And you say, your prayer is my prayer. Put your hand in your heart. Your prayer is my prayer. Now. And then turn this way. And ask her. Keep going over there. Will you help, Reverend? What is your prayer? Look at him. Put your hand on your heart and say to her, and look in her eyes, I'm in love with her, be in love with her. And say, your prayer is my prayer. Beautiful. Now turn to this lovely, beautiful woman and ask him, what is his prayer? What's your prayer? That's good. Say and put your hand in there. Your prayer is my prayer. Beautiful. Now look at Dean here. Ask her.
That's a good one. Your prayer is my prayer.
Okay, really intimate, really meaning it. Here with your brother.
What's your prayer, buddy? To let go of the things I can't control.
Yes.
Prayer is my prayer.
Your prayer is my prayer. Okay, let's get those two in the back. Mike, did everybody hear complete? Did you guys do it? All
We
of
did.
you?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Pray to hold my balance. Outside of just balance, but strength, power, balance.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So you ask him, what is your prayer? And then I think we're done. So how do you feel a very different Sunday, wasn't it?
I like it.
You know why? Because if we had our 70, 80 people in here, it's a whole different ballgame. This wouldn't have worked with 70 or 80 people. So guess what? God is telling us to do. And I listened. What about that? That's a miracle right there. Yeah. A miracle right there. So I just want you to know how much I love you. And each of you has the most beautiful inner light. It is magnificent. And if you could only see you the way I see you, you would be amazed at how beautiful you are and how much you have radiating inside you. All you have to do is open up here and open up here and walk and let the light lead you. Thank you.